I'd like to be under the sea, in an octopus's garden, in the shade.
Hi, Adam from CollectionDX, and today I'm here to review from the St. Cloth Myth line, Seahorse Baian. He is one of Poseidon's generals, wearing not a cloth, but a scale, technically. Poseidon's warriors all wear scales. Athena's warriors all wear cloths. And this, of course, comes from Angles.com. Angles has been our sponsor for the St. Cloth Myth reviews, and we appreciate it. I've been having a lot of fun reviewing these. Definitely some have been, so far, very nice figures, very well worth looking at. And what they did this time around for me is they're all pretty much packaged the same, whether they come from Hong Kong, Japan, Argentina, wherever the heck you might be getting your St. Cloth Myth figures. They basically include something to kind of make the collectors chase them. And from what I'm told, some of the real die-hard collectors really do go after these variances. These, of course, because Angles is from Hong Kong, are the Hong Kong editions of the St. Cloth Myth figures. Now, from what I understand from the production process, although I know some fanboys will argue with me, these are all the same figure made essentially in the same place. They're just packaged differently for the different areas. The Hong Kong editions include, for a nominal fee, usually about $4 or $5, a metal plate, and apparently people collect these. It comes in a cardboard book, little logo of the seahorse on the back. Inside there's an illustration. We get some stats, name, age, height, weight, date of birth, blood type, of course, blood group, very popular in Japan, place of birth, special skills, yada yada yada. But they include this metal plate here. People collect those. I'm not really sure what they do with them, but it was nice of Angles to include that in this version. I wanted to show that to you, so folks do like to collect these. So let's dive in. And of course, once you get it all out of the package, pretty much two plastic polystyrene trays, however you want to call them, and everything neatly arranged nicely. There you go. Each of the armors will transform into a statue when they're not being worn, and this, of course, forms a seahorse, because he is Seahorse Baian. They do a little cheating. The statue is definitely bigger than they usually appear within the series, if they appear, and but they go for more of this just grandiose presentation, and obviously they need the armor pieces to be big enough to fit onto the figure. Something I'm not going to get to later in the review I want to point out, they give you these little, especially for the bad guys it seems, for the different factions, they give you these little they're almost like coins, and they plug into, if you buy the display base that comes separately, these plug into the base to show their alignment. And of course, these are the sea generals, the sea dragons, sometimes it's translated as, and they wear scales. Our main heroes wear cloths, and the cloths were created for Athena's warriors. Poseidon has his made, they're called scales. So, just wanted to point that out. Also included, of course, they give you a manual. And as I still haven't learned Japanese, other than looking at the pretty pictures, that doesn't get a lot of use. They do, of course, give you a sticker. It says Seahorse. I'm not going to bother to change macro mode to show that to you. And, of course, again, the aftermarket display stands have a little pedestal where you can put the character's name on, so they include that. In the back of the package behind the main character, they have these cards, you can't see it. This one comes with a cape, and this is what's actually printed on the card. In the Poseidon story arc, the heroes must destroy each of the columns that holds up the oceans, and I believe he is the Pacific Ocean. And basically, in order to destroy the column, to move on to the next one, they have to get through the general that protects it. In this case, it's fine. So, just a nice touch. Wanted to make sure I showed that off. Now let's really get into it. And just wanted to give you a quick look at the figure without the armor. And yeah, the figures do look a little spindly without the armor, but honestly it's not about how they look without the armor, because it's all about the armor. The cloth, the scale, the suppleness, whatever you want to call it. There you go. And here he is with the armor on. This is actually, they give you with wings on and with the wings closed. I'll show you that in a moment. And they also give you a cape. But this is him with the wings on and out. We'll say that articulation is limited with the nature of the armor design. You do have full pulsability in the legs. These are actually 3 different pieces. It's in here in the shoulder and the arm area. Once you start getting the chest piece on and all of that, his arms don't come in very much. But that's a sacrifice that's to be expected at this point with this line, considering the nature of the detail they give the armor. Finally, with the cape, you'll notice he has hair suddenly. The hair piece, the hair actually breaks up into like 3 pieces, and doesn't really, the long part there doesn't fit when you have either version of the wings on, basically. But they do include, and this is of course the cape. And honestly, I cannot for the life of me remember. I know that for basically most of his appearance, the 2 episodes I think he's in, he doesn't have the cape on. I don't remember if it actually shows when they first introduce him or not, but still, I know it's in the design of the original character from the manga, so they included, of course, real sharp looking. I was kind of iffy on this one when I first picked them up, and the more I'm handling them and getting them out there, I gotta tell you, beautiful figures. Metal pieces, all of the leg, this whole skirt section, all of the arms. This upper, it's hard to tell in these pictures, but the chest body piece is actually 3 pieces. The chest, which is die-cast metal, hang on, and of course the waist from like the mid-chest down to where the waist, it's actually all plastic. The shoulders are plastic, helmet is plastic. Here's the armor in its statue mode, forms a seahorse, kind of, sort of. Very impressive looking, very shiny. Shiny! And to wrap up, I must say, I was very underwhelmed when I first started seeing pictures of this guy. He's a villain that appears for 2 episodes, far from an essential character, really. But once I got him in my hands, really started playing with things, and got the armor on, I must say, he looks very, very sharp. So, I can't say for sure, I think it's one of those things of either the look of the character appeals to you or not. Can't say it's for everybody, but I think die-hard St. Cloth Myth fans are definitely not going to be disappointed. It's a very nice figure, very nicely designed, very accurate to both the anime and the manga. So, for the diehards, I say, yeah, it's a get. Everyone else, it might be a pass, but certainly well worth reviewing. You can get yours at angles.com, and for all your St. Cloth Myth reviews, please be sure to go to www.collectiondx.com. Remember, guys, the video is only half the work we do. The written reviews are just as extensive with lots of pictures. As always, I'm Adam, and thanks for watching.